Good morning, folks. We have trouble in paradise. Faith Goldy lost her. Well, she didn't even lose. The judge has refused to hear the case. I think that's fucked up, okay? It's different if they'd fought and then lost. I could see that. I could even, accept that. But this I cannot accept. This is out and out bullshit. This judge has been paid off by the media not to hear the case. So where do we go from here? What a frustration. Here, watch this video.
Okay, I am currently canvassing at a home for the elderly, and I've just received word from my legal counsel, Clayton Ruby, and his law firm, that the Ontario Superior Court has decided to throw out the Faith Goldy for Toronto Mayor campaign's suit against Bell Media. You'll recall that after really months of negotiations and weeks of planning, 2 days to go time, Bell Media gave us a very Orwellian and ominous call, saying that despite having a signed contract, despite having a certified check for the amount to the tune of over $13,000, they were canceling our ads and refusing to give us a reason as to why. So we sued them. We brought our case before the Superior Court of Justice here in the Great Again province of Ontario. So just yesterday at about 2 p.m. Eastern, we made our initial arguments to the justice there, and Bell Media's legal team did likewise. Well, it would seem that our whole system is rigged, and the justice in charge of hearing our case has decided to toss our case, citing jurisdiction is what the fake news media will tell you. But let me tell you what actually happened. If I've now taken a couple of moments to look through the actual case, clarified with my lawyers that I am indeed reading it correctly. Paragraph 94 is of the greatest import to our folks, and what it says is that the Ontario Superior Court does have jurisdiction to hear our case, but the justice in question, quote, declines to hear it in this particular circumstance. He just declines. He just doesn't feel like it. I asked my legal counsel if it was fair to say that there was prejudice involved, and they said, indeed, it is fair to claim prejudice here. So, folks, this is not hyperbole. These are not trumped-up charges. This is the absolute state of democracy right now. $50,000 is what it costs just to have our initial arguments heard, okay? And then we had it all tossed out. They said that we'd be better off being heard at the CRTC. Now, for folks, perhaps of the international audience, I know us Canadians, our eyes glaze over as soon as we hear the letters CRTC put together, and rightfully so. The CRTC is a regulatory body, aka a socialist brick up the rear end of Canada's broadcasting structure here. And what they basically do is they've got the mandate to defend broadcasters. They strike tribunals among all these CEOs who work for Rogers, who also denied our ads, by the way, TELUS, etc., big telecoms, and they all get together and they're supposed to give us a fair trial, a fair hearing. Well, I'm not interested in taking more of our donors' money and going to a kangaroo court where the bench is stacked against us. That's not what I'm interested in doing. The merits of our arguments, including freedom of speech, freedom of expression, the integrity of fair elections, all that is way outside of the wheelhouse of the CRTC. That belonged in the Ontario Superior Court's chambers. But instead what we saw was, just at the whim of a justice, that our case has now been tossed. For folks who are just joining us again, paragraph 94, the judge himself admits that there is indeed a jurisdiction for the Superior Court to have heard our case, but he, quote, declines in this particular instance to do so. Again, I asked my legal counsel, is it fair to claim prejudice? And they said absolutely. So this is where we're at now, folks. Faith Goldy, running for mayor of Toronto, tough on crime, easy on taxpayers, a policy, a platform that is for the people and of the people, to clear up our streets of our out-of-control crime, to get our taxes back down, to evacuate illegals from our shelters, our homeless systems, so that way our homeless can actually get back and have beds before Christmas. The most amazing platform. We've been barred from debates. Again, another one tonight was just canceled, we've learned. Our ads have been banned from Bell and now Rogers as well this week. And now when we try to gain legal recourse, we're being told that the judge just doesn't feel like it, that he just declines. And I should point out the fact too, in the case of the CRTC, that under no circumstances would they have been able to hear our case in a timely fashion. This is something that was articulated by members of the CRTC who said that we had to make a written application, not just oral arguments, and that would have taken a tremendous amount of time, that would have never seen an injunction actually executed, so to get our ads back up where they belonged, where we had a contract signed and paid for in advance of polls, of course, less than a week away now, next Monday, October 22nd. This is Clown Town, friends. This is clown people of Toronto, rightfully so, do not recognize. These are not fair and free elections. This system is, and again, this is not hyperbole, this is rigged. We have been polling number 3 in the top 3 since day 1. The polls have been rigged. The debates have been rigged. Now the courts are rigged. All to ensure that a Toronto First candidate who wants to stand up for the victims as opposed to the criminals is barred from being part of this process. And never mind me. This has been a violation of your rights as voters, as taxpayers. First, we have the political elites and the mainstream media deciding that they don't trust you to make up a decision for yourself, that they're going to be judge and jury of what you hear and who you hear it from. Now, we have a Superior Court justice saying that even when you, good people, we've had thousands of donations come in, that even when we go through the legal channels, that they're just going to say, no, sorry friends, we don't feel like hearing your case. This is not a democracy. This is not a fair election. This is not justice. Anyway, I wanted to update you folks as the news broke, so you heard it here. I'm going to post the entirety of the legal decision so folks can see it. Right now, there is a excerpt. I have posted 94, paragraph 94, which is of the greatest import. And again, I've had help from my legal team to interpret all this. My background is in court reporting. It's where I first started off, so I do know how to read these decisions, but I did want to make sure that I was completely, lock in step with and jiving with their interpretation of the ruling. And they said, yes, Faith, this reads as prejudice. Yes, this is beyond annoying. This is, made in Canada legal system, but not indeed a justice system. Folks, this is war right now. I hope you realize that. We are being attacked on all fronts, and we are fighting with a tremendous amount of energy and determination. We're beyond motivated. We are determined to win this election. Friends, share this live stream. I'm going to get it up on my YouTube. I'm going to get it up on my Facebook. Share it with everyone you know. The word has to get out. We are running for office, and the powers that be are corrupt, and they are trying to shut us down because they are afraid of the power of the people. Thank you so very much, everyone, for paying attention to this emergency broadcast. God bless you all. Please, please, please come out to the polls if you live in Toronto, if you know anyone who lives in Toronto, October 22nd before 8 p.m. and fill in that number 11 on your ballot, baby. Faith Goldy for Toronto Mayor. We're going to make it safe again, and we're going to bring the people's voice back to our municipal government. Thank you so much, everyone. For more on our platform, please visit faithfortoronto.ca. God bless you all, and God save this country. Bye-bye.
So basically, that's where we stand. And, if you can refuse to hear an out-and-out case of corruption with media and government, then what else can they refuse to hear? Can they refuse to hear, say, migrants who have been charged with murder and rape, like Marissa Shen's murder? Is he going to walk free one day because the judge doesn't want to hear the case? Like, I know there's a difference. I understand that. But I've seen worse in the UK and in Europe. Judges are just not, well, they're liberal judges. See, what we need is an election system for our judges. We need our judges to be elected and not appointed, okay? This is where we end up with this flea libtard judge just not wanting to hear the case because he's pro-liberal, okay? He's pro-immigrant. He's pro-kill Canada. He's pro, you know. So anyway, our uphill battle just got steeper. Well, so did Faith. I mean, she's the one running, so. But anyone who's backing her, anyone who's supporting her, our hill just got steeper. We have a week to get her name out there and get her elected as the mayor. And we're not going to do that with all these bumps in the road. It's like, what do we have to do, right? What does she have to do? Like, what the fuck? It's frustrating for me because I thought at least if she lost, at least she fought. But she didn't even get the chance to get in the ring, okay? That's what bothers me the most. And it's just too bad they couldn't take it to another judge or another court because they had already went to the Ontario Supreme Court, and that's kind of the top of the line. Unless you go to the Canada Supreme Court, to which case that could take months and months to get in. She's only got a week, okay? So I think what she's going to have to do from here is just continue to battle, continue to go to McDonald's, continue to hold rallies, continue to just show her face and you know, let people hear her platform. Like, it's unfathomable that the judge just decided not to hear the case. I mean, there's corruption involved here, and that's what the problem is. He would have to stand up to the medias who have all these lawyers and all this stuff. And, you know, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a judge having a set of balls and standing up to corruption? Because he's not a real judge. He's a paid-off piece of shit who's just appointed, and he's riding on his career of not hearing cases, basically. That's how I'm seeing it right now. I'm really pissed, but I'm not defeated, and I don't think Faith's defeated. I think she's more resolved than ever to do her campaign as much as she can, even though she's being blocked. You know, a week or so ago, she was polling third place. I'm betting she's even polling higher now. I really get the feeling that in the very least she will come in second, in the very least, but I'm hoping she will come in first. I'm hoping she will landslide this election because it's time to get rid of corruption. Toronto, we have to get rid of corruption. Get rid of John Tory. Bring in Faith Goldy. That's the best option, right? Anyone who lives in Toronto, talk to your friends and family. Tell them what her platform is. I've done a video of her platform just days ago. It says Faith Goldy's platform. And you can share that anywhere you want. I just, it's frustrating, and it's, you know, I'm not even the one running, but if I was, I would be pissed off if I just spent $50,000 on a lawyer and the judge just didn't want to hear the case. Like, what the fuck? Sorry for my language, but what the fuck? You know, like, what do we have to do? You know? But I don't know. Like I said, she's not a giver-upper. She's a fighter. She's got more charisma than all those people, and I think she will just keep going and doing her best, and go Faith, go. And, you know, like, that's the best we can do at this point, is just encourage and expose the corruption and to keep exposing her platform to people so that they know what she's about. I think a lot of people are just believing what the news say, and they say she's some woman who's a white supremacist or whatever. It's discouraging to have people lying about her because she's not a white supremacist and she's not a racist, okay? I've been following her a long time. She's transphobic, I'll admit that. But I don't hold that against her for mayor because that has nothing to do with her being mayor, okay? You know, I've put aside my stance, my disagreements with her to still support her and still continue to push her platform and to push her. I would like to see Torontonians put aside their bias and an investigator platform before they go ahead and vote on the 22nd, okay? That's the most important thing. So, where do we go from here? We go up. We go steeper and we climb harder, and that's all we can do. I'm not a giver-upper either, so I will still be pushing her all week long. I will be getting any news I can and putting it in whatever videos I do about her. And I'm hoping Kevin Johnson does a little kick-ass in Mississauga too. It's not looking good because there's so many people running and there's so many immigrants living in Mississauga. It's pretty much, over 50% immigrant in Mississauga. So I don't know if he has as good a chance as Faith does. But go Faith, go. I'm not giving up. Never going to happen. So let's keep fighting, and let's keep hoping and praying, and let's keep waking people up. That's all we can do. I want to give a shout out to my subscribers and to all my new subscribers. Oh my God, thank you so much. It means so much that you've come and joined my page, and your great comments and your support. It's been phenomenal, and I'm really happy to have you on my page. Bad wind I see. Anyway, I'm glad to have you on my page. A shout out to all my viewers. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll chat with you soon. Bye.